Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to Darwinian Delusions Live. Today with me is another concentration camp survivor from Chinese occupied East Turkestan. And as you guys know, even during this holy month of Ramadan, the Chinese Communist Party has been relentless in its pursuit of destroying Islam, of imposing its state atheism on the Muslim citizens of East Turkestan. And today we're going to be talking to a survivor who spent many months inside these camps and actually hear her side of the story. And with me today is Arsalan Hidayat. Assalamu alaikum, Arsalan.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, brother. How are you?
I'm good, alhamdulillah. So the first thing is if you could tell for myself and the viewers to the sister, Assalamu alaikum, welcoming her onto this live stream and also thanking her for her time. And, we do appreciate very much how she's taken time out to basically explain this story to us.
Assalamu alaikum Gulbarada. Sizni hoş geldiniz deydi. Sizning qimmatli vaqtingizni chiqarib mishada bizga va ko'rganlarga sizning shu yashaganligingizni, shu Xitoyning lagerda nima yashaganligingizni anlatmoqchi bo'lgan narsalarni vaqtingizni chiqarganingiz uchun rahmat aytdi. Alo?
Assalamu alaikum. Alaikum assalam.
She obviously just said Assalamu alaikum to you guys back.
Okay. So ask her firstly, the first sort of question is that how did she end up in this camp? What did she do? What crime did she do that she ended up there? And the second question is related to this. We are told these are vocational training centers where people are voluntarily asked to come in and they can voluntarily leave. So did someone ask her before they put her in this camp?
Hada birinchi so'raydigan savoli mushu siz lagerga nima sababdan kirib qoldingiz va bunga bog'liq bo'lgan savol siz xohlab turib kirdingizmi? Mushu ikki savol boshda sizga so'radimiz.
Birinchi savolga men musulmon bo'ldim, Uyg'ur bo'lgan uchun meni so'radi. İkincisi men ticaretke bordim birinchiga Sharqiy Turkistonda shu otelde yatak turgan shu oteldan meni tutuklab ketdi.
She does business, she does trade between Kazakhstan and East Turkestan, and she believes simply for being a Muslim and simply for being ethnically Uyghur, that she was taken into the camps and she was essentially dragged out of one of the hotels she was staying in and taken directly to the camp. I'll basically go on and kind of take over here.
Sure.
And just ask her questions. So basically I'm going to ask her essentially how she was taken and what happened during the case. Ada sizni shu yerdan sizni oldi, qanday bir shaklda oldi? Sizni bunda taklif qilib turib oldimi? Bishingiz qari xalsal qanday shaklda oldi sizni?
Ya, keligi soat 8da otelga keldi. Yatakka 3 politsiya, 2 erkak, 1 ayol. Onun oldida doim bizning pasportimiz, vizamizni tekshiradi. Shu vaqtda yana aytganligi ishni qaytarib pasportun qanday keyin receptionda deb receptionda pasportni elib qo'lga berdim polislarniki. Ular ochgan yeri yo'q. Keyin so'raydigan bir savol bor dedi. Kichik polis mashinasiga o'tag'izdi, normal. Polisga ega bordi, go'boga bordi.
Okay. Ve bu nechinchi ayning nechisi bo'lgan birinchi qatim sizni aketgan vaqti?
2017 5 ayning 22-si.
So on May the 22nd, 2017, so almost exactly 3 years ago, she had a knock on the door from police. Three men and one woman police officer They wanted to just simply do a passport check, and they said that, and this was around 8 a.m. and they said they needed to question her further at the police station, and she was taken to the police station that way. I'm going to ask her just like what happened next, basically. Ananın kinyin bol dada?
Goboga apagandaki endi goboni bilmayman. Keyin asli bilib qoldim gobo ekanligini. Politsiya xonasiga apirib, 3-chi qavatga chiqdik. Bir ishxonaga apirib o'tirdim. O't ustalga o'tirdik. Mening telefonimni tashladik. Telefonim ochiq ketib, 8dan soat 3gacha telefonimni tashladik. Telefonimda albatta ishim chiqmagandan keyin kelib meni juda ichki politsiya yer ostiga apadi, o'sha bobotlar. Yer ostida tömür ustalga o'tirib, shu tömür ustalda savollarni qo'yib, so'roqni tatdi.
Okay. So once she was taken to the police station, they went through her phone. Her phone was had been gone through from around ever since she got there, so it would have been around 8:30 to about 3 p.m. And then after they went through her phone, they took her downstairs, what seems to be underground. They sat her on a metal chair and table, and they started to interrogate her. Anandikin qanday bo'ldi? I just asked her what's next.
Birinchi savol so'raganda, sen Turkiyaga beribsan, sen Turkiyaga borgan kunlardan ko'rishding. Sen namoz o'tamsan, vallahi namoz o'tamdi deb, ashtaqlar qayerda tug'ilding, nima ovqatdan qilsa deb shu ham shu tug'ilgan yildan tortib shu yoshgacha shu akirgan vaqtgacha nima ovqatdan qilding, kimlardan ko'rishding deb hamma ashtaq savollarni qo'ydi. Keyin soat 11gacha ashtaq savollarni qo'yib, shu kompyuterdan qog'ozdan chiqadi. Yenimga aytib berdi, tömürstalda o'tirgan. Tömürstal qog'ozdan aytib imzo at dedi. Men dedimki, men Uyg'urcha o'qishni bilmayman, Xitoycha o'qish bilmayman, men ruscha o'qigan. Ya menga tarjima qilib beringlar, ya bo'lmasa menga advokat beringlar, keyin men qo'l qo'ymay imzo atmay desam, keyin ular meni albatta ishimga qattiq urib sen imzo atmasan, hozir imzo atadigan yerga oboramiz deb shu soat kecha soat 11gacha imzo at dedi. Shundan keyin endi men albatta o'qiyamagan ekan, men imzo atmayman deb tirishib turdim. Imzo atmasa imzo atadigan yerga oboramiz dedi. Shu vaqtda menga shu qo'l qo'ygan bo'lsa, yozgan qog'ozni shu kuni mushu tutgan vaqtda yozib, bu xatni uydagi Qozog'istondagi bolalarimga aytdim. Menda xat Gulbahar Jelil terroristlar yordam qiladigan mana Xitoycha o'zlari maydanim bor.
Okay, so basically what happened was she was then interrogated till 11 p.m. So her phone went through until 3 p.m. and then she was interrogated until 11 p.m. Basically stuff like, you've been to Turkey. Why did you go to Turkey? Do you pray? Are you religious? Questions of this nature. And then she was made to eventually sign that document that she was holding up. And basically, and she first asked them, look, I don't know how to read Uyghur script, let alone Chinese script. Either you translate it for me or get me a Russian version, because she knows how to read Russian because she resides in, and she's a Kazakh national. And basically, in short, it meant that she was confessing to crimes of terror and that she was a terrorist, and that was a confession. O sizni hisobda shu men terrorchi, mush terrorist ishlar bilan bog'liq deb shu qog'oz qo'y hisobda. Okay. Okay. So it was basically she admitted to committing terrorism, and that's what it was for. And so when she had told them, look, translate it for me, and that she refused to sign until she could fully understand what she was signing, she was beaten. and they told her, look, if you don't sign it, then we will take you to a place where you will sign it.
Okay, so how did they beat her? Like what
Sizni o'di degan chog'da qandoq o'di sizni?
O'ta vaqtda buni internetdan men topdim. Mana shunday stolda o'tirdim. So'roq topgan vaqtda mana o'xshash maqsadda.
So she says she sat in a chair exactly like a picture like that. She sat in one of those chairs, as you can see there. Davam qiling.
İmza atmasan da sen imza atılgan yere apırın istedi. Saat şu 11 11 oldu da oylaymadan da gitsek. Keyin ya şu saat 8'dir. Seylik tutuka eden ya su vermedi için ben de saat 11 gidecek. 11'deki meni cöbertla apadı. Apırıpla senken degen 3. türmü var aşı Ürümçi'de. Şey apadı, hem de ben vakit bilmeyim o 3. türme. Keyin hem de içeri yatkan vakti kızlardan işede anladım. Şey apadı, akırgan vakti aşağıda kızımı kızgan aşı türmünün nekçi tümü işçileri var. Aşı küçük maşınla polisler özlerimde bir karşı kız var. Aşı biz kırdı. Men apaga vakti. Keyin aşağıda o kızımı kızgan vakti meni şu kompüterning ichiga kirgizib etib, men qo'limga bir qog'oz yeztadi. Şifrci bilsiz ham Xitoylarniki. Kimlik. Xitoyning kimligini men qo'limga berdi. Men Qozog'iston fuqarosiman. U mening Xitoyning pasporti yo'q. Shuni ular meni Xitoyning pasportini qilib, bu Xitoyning adimi deblar meni şu senken degan türmege yapkız koydu. Şu yerden şu pasport numaranı verdi.
Siz
şehre kirgen vaqtda üzerine kiyimini yeştirip, yalanlaştırıp, 3 ketim aylandı da bedenimlerimde yarıla birine bilmedim hem de. Aylandırıp keyin özlerineki tüpümüzge serp futbolka, serp koptu verdi. Sport bir dalıştan verdi. Özümüzün kiyimlerine ip kaldı. Şu vaqtda yana analiz aldı. Südükni aldı, kanını aldı, barmağımızdan kan aldı. Keyin çok ahakla şakta qarab turdik. Keyingi vaqtda buna bir çap qilgan birinim var, foto qildi. Her türlü foto qilgan foto, burnumuzun şeklini aldı, ko'zimning şeklini, mandaq dedi, necha türlü foto qildi. Keyin hemisi qilib qo'ygandan keyin agar suduknim oldi, agar ishaqda ig'roq bo'lib qolsa, bolalarnikini ishaqda bolalarni evitiblar bo'lsa, yana ash kamp so'raydi. Meni shuning uchun o sudukni oldi. Mening albatta vaqtda 53 yoshdim. Tekshiriblar qonni elib, sudukni akirgan vaqtda
men tarjima qilib o'tayman gaplarni. So what happened was she was taken to, and this all happened in Urumqi. So she was taken to a prison around Urumqi. When siz hiçbir zaman Xitoy fuqarosi bo'lib boqmadingiz hayotingizda? Okay. Okay. So she's siz lekin ethnic grupingiz Uyg'ur, siz Uyg'urmi? Okay. So even though she's ethnically Uyghur, she's been a Kazakh citizen all her life. She's never actually ever had Chinese citizenship ever, but they made up Chinese citizenship. Not like they made up a Chinese ID for her. So now on paper, according to the Chinese government, she's a Chinese citizen. Back then, however, they did that, and then once they took her in, sort of similarly, what we heard the other week was Umrat Dawood, where she was, stripped of her clothes. Males were able to watch. She was given prison gear. She was given what she says like a yellow top and shorts. Her urine was tested. Facial scans were tested of them smiling, like different facial expressions they had to do to get a really good facial scan. And she says, according to the reason why they do The urine test is because to find out to see if the women are pregnant. Now, at the time, she says she was 53 years old, so this was very unlikely the case, and that if there are any women who are pregnant, that they would abort them right then and there, and that's how they would let them in. Evet, siz devam kılın. I just told her to continue. Or did you have a question?
Yeah. So, while this is going on, was she able to contact her family to tell them I've been taken in or anything like this?
Mushta vaqtda siz ailangiz bilan meni hozir akir ketdi, meni bir yerga olib boratur degandek vaqt fursat bo'ldimi?
Yo'q, 8 yilda men tutuklab telefonimni olgandan keyin o hech kimga ishim qolmadim, ishim delemdim.
No, she did not have that opportunity at all. Did you have a question or should I just say to continue?
Continue.
Ma'qulada siz davom qiling. Sizni shu tekshirishlarni olib bordi, anondan keyin.
Tekshirishni olib bo'lgandan keyin o'qigan jiqqina to'mashlar ishtiriblar 704 degan kameraga kirdim. Mana o'xshashmi internetdan topdim. Mana ayni mana o'xshash kamera.
So
mana shu ketdi soat men tekshirib qo'yguncha soat 12 bo'ldimi yo 1 bo'ldimi, uni soatni ko'rmaganligimni bilmadim. O'zim endi shok bo'lib qoldim. Nima bo'ldi, nima ishlar bo'lib ketdi deb o'zim qo'rqib kirgan vaqtda 704 degan kamera kirgan vaqtda mana kichkina ko'ryapsiz, kichkina koridor. Mashada buni o'xshashga mana mashada yo'qqa yo'q qilishdak 20 qizdak yetibdi. Mana benjanın üstüde bunu kichkina koridorda yotadigan qizlar yo'q, yotadigan o'rin yo'q bo'lganki 20 qiz mana shu koridorda turibdi. Buni o'xshashli tualet aynak. Ishigi yo'q. Men ishigi yo'q. Buni sap aynak. Men 20 qiz turgan vaqtda benda navbat bo'yicha ketsa 2 soat uxlaydi, 2 soat yotgan qizlar turdi. Navbat bo'yicha shu kichkina yerda turdi. 2 soatda bir alınmış turdi. Şu kirgan vaqtida qarasam qizlarniki rizqlarni chechib eritadi ekan, chachlarini qo'yib etgan. Putida 5 kilo kishan, qo'lidan bir tal qo'lga qo'ysa, qo'lga emas, bir tal qo'lga mana qo'yizini zinjirga tortib, putiga mana chatib qo'ygan, mana o'rtiramasdan, mana eshib turgan mayli nimasi zinjir kichik qisqa bo'lgandan keyin mana bu turgan. Keyin aslida albatta men yig'ladim, baqirdim, eshaqdan men sog'in bo'lib qoldim-ku, nertir qoldim, nima bo'ldi mening deb. Voy deb qattiq chaqirib yig'ladim. Yig'lab edim. Eshada yepu deydigan dejurli qiz bor ekan. Ichida yugurib keliblar, hada yig'lasangiz video qo'ydi dedi. Ama videoni bilmayman, video degan o'qay jazolaydi ekan. Keyin bizning gunohimiz yo'q, yig'lama hada dedi, keyin aslida günahımız yok degan kim asla anday nima bo'ldi, nelarga qoldim asla so'raydi desam so'zlasang qarang'i solay aytadi, so'zlash bo'lmaydi, bizning günahımız yo'q deb bir ikki og'iz gap qildi. Shunda qarasam 14 yoshdan 80 yoshgacha qizlar bor ekan. Kichik qizlarni ko'rib albatta men yig'ladim, biroq kunimni chiqarmay yoshlarim oqdi. Taqatqicha uxlamadim, 5:30da saylik to'g'izlatdi bizni.
Sizda
5:30dan saat 10:30gacha kashgacha mushu mana o'xshash mana mashada o'tirib odamlar. O borma qarab o'tiradi, mana o borma qarab.
So
17 soat o'tiramiz.
Tamam. So she's holding up a picture there of she's found it on the internet, but she says that's exactly how her cell looked like. There's 20 people to a side. That's a cell, and right at the front there's a toilet. It's not covered at all, and they share that toilet there. And they share. They basically have turns in resting and sleeping because they do 2-hour shifts. And they are constantly shackled with 5 kilo shackles on their feet, and then there's a chain which joins to their hand. But because the chain in the middle is short, they're in this sort of they're in a sort of ruku' position constantly because the chain that their cuffs are connected to their ankles because there's shackles on their ankles, so they're like. There's a chain in the middle, if you can understand what I mean, that in a sort of ruku' position all the time. So yeah, she was in a room like that, pretty much.
Bana men körbatslar yotkan yok. Okşasa meyde yani küçüklerinde biz yattan üçün üstürümde sap tömü. Onu dencan üstü. Yotkan yok. Aslında tömü üstten de 2 saat yapsakmış, kırlarımız kılıçta yattan iken 2 saat iken tutsakmış, kır çıkıp gidip kızıl bulup.
So they basically slept on like metal or cement. They were never actually. She's saying that they were never given basically basic, what do you call it, linen or like bedwear or anything like to sleep on or to cover themselves. And they would have marks over their bodies each time after a nap or after waking up. Unlinking.
Birinci ketim meni sorak 3 ay buldu diyen günü birinci ketim meni soraktattı. 3 aygacha aşağıdan meni kamerın içinde otadım. Otağa vaqt uşaqdan da cık narsani kördüm. Ölümünü kördüm, tacavuzunu kördüm. Ben bişimdim, açtaqlarımın öttü. Kündeki aşağıda otasak 5-6 kızın sorak açık getidi. Sorak demeden de ismini ataydım. Allah batırdı, talağım çıkmaydı, işik yiyip durdu. Aşağı labada ismini ataydı, kalkar gelip açık getidi. Açık getip 24 saat, 72 saat kızlar kırdı. Kırgan vaqtı timakları jıldatken, timakla içleri jıllan tıkkan, urup meşelerin bedellerini toplayıp etken, başları zıkanısını başları urup mılık etken kızlarını görüp, men elbette şunda. Teşekkür 12 gün benim içi gitme, ağır gelip men can soyan degen doktorxanaga kapadım.
So after 3 months, she herself was interrogated, and during that time, these women aged between 14 yaşında dedin şuna mı? 14 yaşında 80 yaşgacha. So these women are aged between 14 and 80. 14 and 80, and so their names are called out. They are taken anywhere between 24 to 72 hours at a time, and they'd come back with various bruises and after being beaten, whether it be their fingernails being taken out or just being beaten very heavily, head injuries. She says she has seen rape. I'm going to ask her what sort of injuries she's been going through, because she said that's what she's seen.
She witnessed rape.
She said she's witnessed rape. Siz bevosita tajovuz ko'rdingizmi? Shu tajovuz bo'lgan ishlarni o'zingiz ko'rdingizmi? Boshqalarni. So she's seen.
Meni so'roqqa vaqt mening bishimda 3 oydan keyin o'tdi. Kızlarni 3 oygacha men kızlarni angladim. Kızlar yig'lab kiratdi. Tajovuz qildimi desam, ya edemasdim, ko'zlarim yosh oqatdi. Keyin men 3 oydan keyin so'roqqa vaqtda mening bishimda o'tdi.
Sizning bishingizdan o'tdi. Okay, so she's saying that subhanallah, when she would ask the girls if they were raped, they wouldn't say so, but she could tell they were, and because the first time she was interrogated, that she herself was raped.
So'roqda da ishkiya bor. Birsi aşu yarastıda. Yarastıda ya kamera var. Biz o halk kedirip açık ketidi, açık avaqda. Birsi var talada. Kamera yok yedi. Kamera yok u yoqda. U yoqda talaga açık avaqda uylar shunda qilib vaqt so'sma men qilsangiz hech kim kelmaydi, hech kim sizni olmaydi. Talaga men de chiqdim açıkda. Ben onu elbette ben endi 1 yıl bo'ldi chiqqanimga kamerlarga ben 1 yıl bo'ldi shunda vaqtda elbette Xitoyda yag'an demadim, ishim demadim, men Afrikada ko'rsataman qo'yganlar. Adamning sınırını dalalayman.
Ilqi sizga tajovuz qilgan insonlarning ismini bilsiz. Subhanallah. So she's saying that there are 2 places. Siz kamera ba ilqi kamera ba ya kamera yo'q ya deyapsizmi? Okay. So she's saying that there's a place where people are interrogated, which is downstairs or underground, and there are cameras there. But then there is another space which is outside. There's an outside area, but the rooms there they have very thick walls, so no matter how you scream, no one can hear you. and she says that she can name, she knows the names of her rapists, from the camp, and she'd be like, if an investigation were to happen, that she'd be able to name them.
So they used to take these women and take them to this padded room where no one can hear them scream, and rape was prevalent. It was just like part of the practice there.
Demekçi aşı siz degandek aşı ovoz chiqaramaydigan uyda demek muştaylıqı tecavüzlar daiman muşu iliqi dafsandichilik iliqi muşu zulmning ichida daiman bo'lib turadigan bir ahvol ekanda demekçi bo'lganmiz.
To'g'ri. U taladima bir uy emas. Bu yoqda nomerlari bor. 400 dan boshlaydi. 406 ga men akirdi, 408 degan kamera akirdi. Taladilga kamera yo'q yerga talaq chiqqa vaqtashda nomerlar kirdim men. Uzun ketken her birimde nomerlerim var, şişeleri aşağı akıp gidiyordu.
Yes, so she says this is a frequent, this happens frequently, and this is part of the torture. It's not a one-off thing. This seems to be just part of the practice, including like one of the tools of torture, if you will.
How did the women psychologically deal with this violation, this horrible conditions, the torture, the fingernails being ripped out, and the constant threat of rape? And indeed, I mean, I'm surprised that, you know, a woman like her, who's a grandmother, was also raped. How do they psychologically deal with this?
Yeah, to be honest, to answer your question, I've followed Miss Gulbahar's story, and this is the first time I'm hearing this part of her tragedy. So it's the first time for me as well. So'ravotdi, masalan, siz va boshqalar qandaq o'zini, masalan, nima deymiz, o'zini qandaq kontrol qila oladi yoki bo'lmasa qandaq zulm bo'lyapti, lekin yanala o'zini qandaq bir tutib tura oladigan, masalan, siz nima ish qildingiz yo bo'lmasa boshqa nima ish qilish nima qildi. Yana birisi siz, masalan, abay degandek, siz bir shu chog'da 53 yoshlik bir ayol, ashuni demay cho'ng kichik demasdan mushtaq zulmlarni olib berib, yana o'zinglarni qandaq bir nima qildinglar endi.
Bir haftadan keyin har bir haftada kirib bizga tömüş ishqita ishq bor, birinchi tush bor. Aşı birisi ichilgan vaqtda tushikdan hammamiz aşı labadılar. Bular polislar ichi kirmaydi. Aşı labadıl peyda turma deydi. Peyda turimiz tuğan vaqtda kichik ishqdan doktorlar kelib ishqital dori berdi. O'zlari suları bor, aşı suvni ichimiz. 10 günde bir kelib ukol saldım. Kanalda ukol saldım yerimizga. Aşı kichikna tömöt madah berib bu doktorma nima biz ko'maymiz. Aşı kichikna tushikdan hemen qo'limizni chiqarib boshlabmiz. Keyin shu vaqtda aşı dorilar, ukollar hammasi odamni misni ishlatmay qo'ygan ashtaq nimalar qismichu mal o'xshash ashtaq qarab turadigan bo'lib qoldik.
So, darini qachon berdi? Har kunmi yo necha kunda birmi, qanday berdi?
Yo'q, haftada bir qatim dori berdi. Peyda turmadaydi, biz bilamiz, endi haftada har dushanba kuni keldi. Ishqital dori berdi. 10 kunda bir bo'ldi degan vaqtda yana aşağı peyda turmadaydi, onda. 10 kunda bir ukol saldi. O bizdeki qizlarni adat yo'q, qog'oz demaydi. Mana mesha o'xshashlar surat kerakmi ash nima? Mana ko'rdingizmi? Men qog'oz yo'q. Bizga qog'oz demaydi. Qizlarni adatlari keldi. U qog'oz yo'q. Shu dori bergandan keyin to'xtab qoldi. O'qimni miyimizmi-chu ishlamaydi, to'xtab qoldi. Qo'saq açdimi? Sezmaymiz. Uyni aslab bolalarimiz aslaydi saqma, buni qalbimiz ishlamaydi, to'xtab qoladi.
So this is sort of what we heard last time from the first concentration camp detainee. So basically, through her cell, that there was a little sort of gap which was enough to kind of put out your hand. And every week, the women there were given pills. So as you said, how do these women cope? Basically, those pills made them forget, like they were basically living zombies. And also it would stop their menstruation. So they were never given pads, or they were never given toiletries. And so every week they were given these pills to do that, and they were living zombies. So they, you know, talk about coping. their soul was taken out of them pretty much, and every 10 days their blood was taken.
If you can ask
Yes.
No, go on, let her continue.
Okay. Devam kılın.
O günde yana kirip iç oldu işki aşka vakti ortal ayal polis ayal kırdı. 3 tal harbiy akaklı soldatlar avtomatlarda işkin aldıda turdu. Bizni kaçıp ketip yanım kımısın dep elektroşok kaltakları var. Plasmas kaltakları kırıp bizni kıpyalanlaştık. Pişimiz maçta tutkuzup iş ketim oturup durumuz. Kiyimlerimizin tekşirede, nim tekşirede bilmeydi. Eşak bizim namusumuzu düşürüp eşaktı.
So sizin yeminizi kırdı, sizin hücrenizi kırıp hemen toğuzup bir kaltek ba, kiyimlan sağuzup, ötürüp pesumda kılsılar, sizlerin ananınki kiyimlan tekşireydi.
Ha, kiyimimizi kıpyalanlaş kıldı hemimizde. Eşak ki bir kırgan kızlar kırıp 18 yaş, 20 yaş kızlar bizde nomus çoğun ayalar nomus kılıp yişemez maçta kaltakla urudu.
Okay.
İdeal kazanmakta ne ilişkisi yaşmazsa da kaltakla urudu. Elektroşokla bile urudu. Şu urmusunda biz hem de yaşadı çoğun bağlı küçük bomba hepimiz işimiz.
So bu kaç günü bir buldu?
10 günde bir.
Okay, so every 10 days or so, she's saying that 3 male officers was coming into their cell, and obviously it's a mixed cell with young and old. They have electric batons with them, and they make the women take off their clothes, all of them. And initially, when especially when the new detainees would come in, some of these young girls, they were embarrassed, let alone take their clothes in front of the men, but also in front of older women, women that are their mother's age. And so you'd be beaten if you didn't take off your clothes. But it wasn't just enough that they had to take off their clothes. They said they were searching for whatever, for contraband or whatever, but they would make them do squats naked in front of those officers for whatever reason. I'll ask her now what reason. Should I don't even know if I should ask her. I just they squats.
The thing is, look, this is very, very difficult for her. So we need to just continue on to something else because it's too difficult to watch.
Yeah. Okay. So ask a question, then I'll go with something else. Like, let's talk about probably like the mentality as to why she thinks just overall.
I just want to say to her, look, it makes our blood boil. Anybody with Iman, their blood boil that this is happening to our Muslim sisters and mothers and wives and daughters. Ask her, what does she want from us? What does she want from the men, the ummah of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam? What does she want from us?
Okay, hakikaten sizning davatqanlarınız beklam qalimizni o'tmaydi ve hakikaten bizning achchig'imizni keltirgan ishlar. Tushundik endi qilayotgan zulmni. Endi siz dunyodan yoki bo'lmasa musulmon ummatidan nima kutasiz?
Ben dünyadaki Müslüman kırdaşlarımdan deyme. Biz Uygurlarga sahip çıksın, biz Uygurlarniki vatanimiz yok. Şunda hakikaten eşakta ümit kütüvatkan eşakta ben yatkan vaqtda mal ölüm cazası beken. Ölüm cazası beken vaqtda eşakta. Hadi sonuna bilen bir kamarga otağa vaqtda eşakta küçük kızlar derdi. Hadi sizge amanet. Eşen çıktı, sağ çıksanız, öldürmetme sıklarla sağ çıksanız sizge amanet. Müçtla bulandı, Cemila, Kur'an'da kayadını görsün, Müslümanlar devam eşeklerden zulüm var hep. Eşyalar gırdan çıktı. 5 yılda çık boptu. Çıkkınım var. Muş günü geçirme toktamadım. Aşı zulümle, aşı kızlardaki kıyırdaşlarımı, amanatlarını, tütkül dünya davatını. Hem de tütkül dünyalığa amanat. Eşek kıyırdaşlarımızla sahip çıkaylı. Birinciden dua kılaylı. İkinçiden şu xat yazaylı. Benim elbette ölüm cezası begen. Benim işim o yarasız kızımdan çıkarmaktım. Şu benim bazılarım onu büyüdükler. Hepsi xat yazdı. Çoğu ministerler yazdı. Putin'e yazdı. Ki ümitli üzme Birleşmiş Devletler yazdı. Bana bu xatlarımız var. Kazakistan'daki yazılarımızda xatlarımız var.
So,
Birleşmiş Devletler yazgandan keyin meni ular çoğalık koymadı. Koymagan vaqtdan men butkul dunyoga Müslüman qilmasin deyman shu arz yazsin. Türkümü toxtamasin yazsın. Aşı sından yetyapkan günün nurunu görmek. Lütfen kardeşler sahip çıksın.
siz meni bilishimcha siz 15 oy yotdingiz, shundaqmi?
15 ay 10 gün.
Okay. So overall, she herself actually was in the camps for 15 months and 10 days. If it wasn't for her children writing letters to the UN, even to the Russian President Putin and other human rights organizations, she wouldn't have been out today. She says she had a sentencing for death. She said she received a death sentence, and if it wasn't for her kids, she'd be gone. And that and the people on the inside were telling her, look, if you are able to get out, please voice our concerns to the world. And she's saying that everyone should write letters to human rights organizations, obviously make dua to Allah, but write letters, complain, report, do these things basically to shed light on the situation.
You know, if you can ask her that as Muslims, we're people of honor. And when our women are dishonored like this, Muslim men, we do not do what we used to do. We do not defend our women. We do not do these things. So social media is definitely something. I just want her to tell us what we can do on social media in particular, and especially the people watching.
Deydi, yani siz bilsiz endi biz Müslümanlar endi biz onurluq insanlarçı, her qanday millet bolsun. Bular endi mushu Xitoy rejimi bizim onurimizni, sharafimizni, numusimizni tushirish tirishayotgan. Endi sizcha mushu sosyal medyada, masalan biz hozir sosyal medyada bu gaplarni, bu sizning guvohligingizni yana bir qatim dunyoga anlatyapmiz. Mushu sosyal, sizcha mushu sosyal medyaning foydasi yoki bu sosyal medyada normal bir inson puhrasi bo'lish sifati bilan nima ishlarni qila oladi? Foydasi bormi yo'qmi degandek?
Elbette faydası var. Uxtaylar bu şu sosyal medya qarab oturdu, kimnin devatıdı da faydası boludu. Eğer yalan bolsa, bular yalan, andaq yalan, andaq bolmadı deydi. Elbette ben çıkınıma bir yıl boldu. Zumrat Davut mu devatıdı. Hemimiz Mehrigül Tursun'la, Ömer Bekbekeli, Tursun'a yakın çıkan hemimiz şu lagırla bitip çıktık, hemimiz devatımız. Şu lagırlarını yapsın da, şu erkinlik çıksın da, baş kırımdaşlarımızla. Eğer yalan bolsa Uxtayla yalan dedi, o yalan emas. Yalan dese, ben üzerine aş kırımdaşlarım için ben kurbanlık kıldım üzerine. Dep büyüdün çıkıp ketken, yalan dese ben aşı Ürümçi'ye baralayman, yapma lagırlarımda kaldırlardan işte küstüm, deneleyman, küsteleyman.
So she's saying definitely, I mean, social media is the way to go, and mainstream media. I mean, ever since Gulbaha has been out, together with what we had Zumrat Dawood last week, there's a Mihrigul Tursun, Ömer Bekali. All these people have used social media, have used mainstream news media outlets to voice the oppression that they directly went through. I mean, you know, we talk about these things. You know, I talk about the oppression, but this is firsthand. You know, firsthand witness. I mean, they've lived through this, you know, living through rape, staring death in the face. That this is no joke. This is no theater. This is no film. And we do this our weapon is social media. So do everything in your power, even if it's just, you know, just a simple share. it's a big thing because I'm adding my own comments here now. China hates losing face. And again, if these were all lies, then why doesn't China let us in and have a look for ourselves and look through what's happening freely?
Definitely, and you're absolutely right. We need to use social media. So, I mean, it's clear, absolutely clear, that this is a criminal regime, and I mean, this thing, literally. I mean, somebody wrote a comment, and I totally agree that a woman rather be, especially Muslim women, all women, but you rather die than go through this sort of thing. I don't want to continue the interview with her too.
Yeah.
She's very upset, and it's very hard to watch this. So maybe if you just how to wrap things up, and then I want to give her a message, and then we continue. But I don't think I want to continue this that much longer.
Okay, so I'll just basically thank her for joining us and how difficult it was for her, and just thanking her for the.
Yeah, no. Just say to her that we will not forget this, and there's a reason why we interviewed her. This is not going to fall on deaf ears. We have a social media strategy, and tell her from the bottom of my heart, especially, that for me, she is like my mother, and I will do everything possible to make sure that all of the oppression done against her, that there's justice takes place for this.
هذا دايدو رحمت بugün kelganingizga haqiqatan hozir siz holatınızı ko'rib siz xuddi o'zimning onnasidek biz chuqum bu sizdan bekor chaqamadik chuqum sizning uchingizni siz uchun mushtaq ilishqi tirishimiz bundaq ishlar bundaq qonlar yerda qolmaydi degandek gaplarni qildi hozir sizga.
Rahmet, Allah razı olsun, rahmet.
She says, thank you, may Allah be pleased with you.
And also, if you can tell her that we as Muslims, we do not ever lose hope in Allah. And, we have the stories of the people in the Quran who were oppressed, the Muslims who were oppressed, and Allah doesn't forget, and Allah doesn't forgive these crimes lightly. And at the end of the day, if we know this regime, they don't stop. They're happy with these. Allah forgives all sins, we know, but these people, they're happy doing this. They're enjoying doing this. But just give them my short message that do not
just be hopeful.
Just be hopeful. Do not lose hope in Allah. There's definitely something that justice is going to take place on this earth, inshallah.
Deydi anga haqiqiy yurak so'zi bo'lsa, shu hiçbir zaman va hammamiz uchun Allohdan umidimizni kesmayli. Chuqum Allah bizga chiqish yo'li tap berdi. Umidlik bo'layli deydi.
To'g'ri, ishaqda lagerda kirgan vaqtda men undaqlarni anglab ko'magandan keyin men jig'jig'latdim. Jig'ilgan vaqtda ishaqga kichik qizlar 14, 15, 16 yosh qizlar hada jığılma, göz yaşımızda muhtarla her göz gözetmem. Bir yerimiz saksalara çıkaydı, üylerimizge, eşaklıma ruhiyimizde götürüp eşekli kızlar bir yerde bu Xitaylar bizni öldürse, elbette cık kızlar ismini atıp açık getip kayıp kırmayan kızlar cık. Meyli bunlar Xitaylar öldürse, şehit bulup gitmesi biz her göz korkma ölümde depşin o eşekte ölümde korkmay çıktım. Şehit bulup gitmesi.
So she was she was saying some of the experiences, like the girls would say, don't cry, sister, because and these were young girls, 14, 15, 16-year-old girls. She was like, and some of these girls, when they did ask to be interrogated, they were or requested to be interrogated. Some of them did not come back, and they were telling her to not cry and don't let them see you cry, and if they take out and they kill us, that we are shaheed. And these girls were like full of iman, despite all that oppression, subhanallah. And they were giving her nasiha.
Just thank her for her time, and we really appreciate it, and tell her that we will always, always, always, as Muslims, be united. And if one part of the ummah is in pain, the whole body is in pain. And we will not forget what's happened to her and what's happened to the others.
Аңа yana рәхмәт әдә. Иншалла, бу Хытайның кылганларын һәргиз унутмайбыз. Дәвам кылабыз иншалла. Рәхмәт сезнең кыйммәтле вакытыгызны чыгарганыңызга. Катти нем кылмабыз иншалла. Кулыбыздан килешчә кылабыз deydi.
Rahmet, Allah razı olsun. Rahmet.
So brother,
let's end it with her then.
Okay. Allah razı olsun ədə. Biz həm də mişədə siz bilər ki, biz axırlaşıdı. Allah razı olsun. Özünüzü yaxşı əsirən. Allah'a əmanət. Salam. So bro, that's the first time I heard her, talk about some of it, because especially with what we had last week, the mainstream news media outlets do cut or censor some things. You only, so a lot of the stuff that you heard there wasn't, you're not going to find anywhere else. I mean, that's some of the first time I've heard that stuff, and even what we heard last week, say like with the urination and all these things, like subhanallah. So there are still stories out there that have, even though they're technically on mainstream media, that if we think that's it, but no, there's still a lot more to be covered, and yeah.
Very hard to listen to this.
Yeah, subhanallah.
Wallahi, every time I look into this, it gets worse.
Yeah.
Honestly, she's my mother's age.
Yeah.
I honestly, I'll be very honest with you, Arsalan. I actually did not expect her to say that she got raped.
No.
Because
I didn't as well. There's another scholar. He currently resides in Northern Europe, and he said that he was gang raped by 20 officers. And when I heard that, I was like, subhanallah, so if that's what's happening to men, then God only knows what's happening to women. So these guys are literally ruthless, like disgusting. So, no words, it's, you literally can't compare. You literally can't compare. I mean, yeah, I don't know what to say,
It's too difficult.
Yeah.
I did not want to continue that.
And you talked about this before. This is, we have our differences with certain groups. I mean, through your channel, debating atheists, but the Uyghur issue is one issue that will unite many groups, regardless of your religious thought, your religious background. Just the opposites can unite on this issue.
Most of the activism for the Uyghur issue has come from agnostic, atheist, leftist activists. It has not come from the Muslim community.
Yeah.
Has not even, even actually the Christian community have been very sympathetic. Here in London, we have a Jewish man who goes and he protests outside the Chinese embassy.
Yeah.
And he's an Orthodox Jew. So, atheist, Muslim, Christian, Jew, we all can rise up against, Chinese barbarism. It's the world has a choice, either China or civilization, right?
Yeah.
We stick to civil rules, values, or we stick to business, right? And profits. And that's the decision we need to make. And for us, it's a no-brainer.
Yeah.
Muslims, I want all the Muslims here to recognize that, wallahi, wallahi, wallahi, by Allah, if these Uyghurs were sent to Palestine or they were sent to Kashmir, they would say it's a holiday. Wallahi, they would. They would say it's a holiday. Yeah? You can't compare. You can't compare what's happening in India and you compare what's happening in Kashmir. And what's happening in Palestine. You know, the oppression is something else. Is something else. And you know, World War II, they always used to say, you know, during the concentration camp, never again. I honestly am thinking back to Stalin's gulags. People will just work to death, right? Or Nazi occupation, people are just killed. This is worse than killing. It's much. I rather just she was just and or the women there are just gone, grabbed and killed. No problem.
Yeah.
We can deal with that psychologically. But to know right now as we speak, someone's being raped in these Chinese camps, a sister's screaming out, and nobody but Allah hears her, right? And what we got to do as Muslims is we got to take action. And this issue to do with the Uyghurs, this is something which I'm telling you guys, every single Facebook post, every single comment, every single thing is damaging China, is damaging the reputation. I've been watching CGTV, that propaganda nonsense of that criminal regime, and they are continuously firefighting. They continuously try to defend the Chinese narrative, bringing in white people, black people, talk about how great China is and all of this. They can't bear this criticism. So every comment, every share, everything that you do, I'm telling you guys, is having a significant impact.
SubhanAllah. And I mentioned before, I'll mention it again. I'll just keep on mentioning it until people understand. Just a week ago, a guy from Kashmir, right, oppressed Kashmir, was interviewing me. He runs a podcast, you know, and he's interviewing me about Uyghurs. I'm like, dude, like, aren't you under oppression? And he was like, I'm paraphrasing, but he's like, no, not really. He's like, I want to hear your story. And this guy's within Kashmir. And I'm not to say like there's no zulm or oppression in Kashmir, but it just goes to show there is no way on earth would a Uyghur inside East Turkestan do a podcast. They don't even have access to Facebook or Twitter. And the social media that they do have access to is 100% monitored, because even Chinese people are being arrested for quote unquote sending out fake news about the coronavirus. So you can only imagine if Chinese people, they're free, generally speaking, they get arrested for coronavirus. Imagine what happens to Uyghurs when they're a little bit, just a tiny bit politically active. I'd never heard. Like, I followed her story quite thoroughly. I know the stories of former detainees, but I never heard that from her. SubhanAllah.
Yeah. You know, the Prophet ﷺ, when he was in Makkah, they were enemies of Islam who were noble enemies. They were noble enemies. And then you had enemies who were not noble. They're the ones who, you know, took intestines of animals and threw it on him, or did. And you have those vile criminal people. And the Prophet ﷺ raised his blessed hands and he cursed these people. And those are the people who never accepted Islam. They died a terrible death, right? And then you had the people who were enemies of Islam. They fought Islam. They killed Muslims, but they never crossed certain limits. They never crossed certain limits. Abu Sufyan, right? Ikrimah, Suhail bin Amr. You have these people who are fighting Muslims. Khalid bin Walid killed Muslims, right? Umar bin al-Khattab, again, he wanted to kill the Prophet ﷺ, but they were decent enemies, right? Decent enemies. And wallahi, when I look at the Chinese criminal regime, there's no nobility there. There's nothing there, you know. There's a lot of criticism of, you know, colonialism, right? And there's a lot of criticism of the post 9/11 wars, and there should be. But I don't think anything matches. I think China's just outclassed everybody in cruelty, in barbarism, in just inhumanity. And to think, I mean, I don't want to be really harsh here. Please, brothers and sisters, I want you to recognize something. This nail is so sensitive. If you've ever had a cracked nail or you've had wood go in, right? And these sisters have having their nails ripped. This is not a joke. This is really messed up. These people are psychos. You know, they are psychos. And sister,
and to be honest, like, I mean, we had Zumrat Dawood last week, and she was composed, and Gulbaha herself, she does. I could see that she wanted to still give more and just tell more, but we really just had to stop her. Like, we couldn't. It would have been too just damaging. Like, we could,
it was taxing.
and it really taxing on them and just bringing back so many memories. But it's just, it's even what she gave us, that's still nothing compared to what's actually happening. Even though that was really traumatizing, that's still, you know, almost nothing. Some of the stuff that you do here, subhanallah.
These people are filthy criminals. Sister Guli Masood wrote that she's a survivor of the Urumqi massacre on the 5th July 2009, which, by the way, guys, this was a relentless killing by Han Chinese of Uyghur Muslims. It's kind of like the Hindu mobs going crazy in Delhi and the police just watching. Yeah.
So what happened? In a nutshell, basically, under the protection of the police, normal Chinese citizens went and slaughtered Uyghurs on the street, like right in front, like kind of what's happening in India right now, just on the street, willy-nilly. But the difference between India is there are clips being shared on the internet. You know, the internet is rife. The people have access and they're just sharing it. But back then, there was internet blacked out for a good year. And very few images. I mean, there's still stuff on YouTube. So literally type in what she's written, Urumqi Massacre, July 5th, 2009. There is stuff out there. But a lot of the stuff that's been shared was on the part of the Uyghurs that were rioting, but they never attacked Chinese people. They were rioting after they were met with fire by the Chinese government, because it was literally the Tiananmen Square massacre, but the Uyghur version. After the Uyghurs were gunned down, they went rioting on the streets. So that stuff is on the internet, but very few stuff of the Chinese attacking the Uyghurs is up on the internet. You can still find it, but very rare.
Yeah, and you know, China always has this way of spinning, you know, this thing, and you know what's amazing is when I watch GTV, I'm shocked at how brazenly they can just say the exact opposite to what's going on. You know, the art of propaganda is you sort of tell a half truth, a half lie, to make it a little bit believable. But these guys are so pathetic at their propaganda that even when it comes to these concentration camps, you know, which are killing fields, raping fields, vocational camps, they call them, you know, rather than saying it's a detention center even, you know, they're maintaining, yeah, people are free to come, people are free to go. Which, I mean, come on, if you guys want to be good at propaganda, at least try, yeah, at least say something a little bit believable, yeah. And they seem to think the whole world is stupid. They really do think the whole world is stupid. And I literally think to myself sometimes, you know, Allah says none knows the soldiers of Allah except Allah. Yeah, anything could be the soldier of Allah. Spider, this. This criminal regime, it doesn't know what it's messing with. It literally doesn't know what it's messing with. You know, when Allah releases His punishment, it's not light. It's something which has taken down civilizations. Yeah, we know when the Soviet Union tried to end Islam in Afghanistan, what happened, right? Allah's punishment comes down. Allah's punishment could be anything, right? You could have a uprising in much bigger than Tiananmen Square actually happening, and you'll have a civil war in China. Things are very fragile. People are fed up, and you know, right now there's a real danger, inshallah, of a recession in China. And if a recession takes place and people are hungry, people are going to go Tiananmen Square on steroids. They're going to go crazy. And I've also noticed Chinese people are way more braver against their criminal government than they were a few years ago. You find people, actually citizen journalists, who've been arrested and they've disappeared, but they still made videos that they literally said, F Chinese government, I'm going to make this video. I've seen those two things, right? And I think that China's going to implode if this continues.
Yeah. Again, it's the money. Money is where it hurts them. So boycotting Chinese goods, businesses not dealing with China, don't bring in Chinese products. If you are selling Chinese products, if you're someone of that, of that capacity, just you hit them where it hurts, because you're essentially fueling the China oppressive machine with every Chinese product that you buy.
Absolutely. Sister Guli's written another comment, which is worth looking into. Thank you. I'm in Canada now. I should and must speak out for the Uyghur youth who disappeared right after July 5th. So I'm writing you a message. Guli, please email me on darwiniandelusions@gmail.com. We would love to speak with you as well. Because at the end of the day, it all adds up. It all adds up. It all has a massive, massive difference. So Jazakallah khair for everybody for tuning in. This didn't go as I expected.
Yeah.
I did not expect her to say those things, and then I just saw her emotion and her body language. I didn't think it was ethical to continue, because she was reliving all of that, and especially at her age, she went to the camp in 2015, I think.
Yeah. So, 2017, May 20th or 22nd.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. So I mean, it's still.
So she was in there for 15 months. Like
in 2018.
So she would have left 15 months. So October 2018. Yeah, about. So it's been like 2 years since she's been out, or 1.5 years. Yeah.
It's very fresh. Very very. Subhanallah. So Jazakallah khair, Arsalan. Any last message you'd like to give before we end?
No, just I'd just like to thank you. May Allah reward you for giving the Uyghurs this platform to shed light, because even though, I mean, like Sister Gulbahar and others, they've shared their story in mainstream news media, but it hasn't really reached down to, say, our level or to the Muslims or to the local level still. I mean, there are still a lot of Muslims out there that, like, there are Muslims. I mean, they know there's Muslims in China, but this sort of Turkic sort of, Ertuğrul's, like, I'm sure we talked about this, like, you guys love Ertuğrul. Well, did you know Ertuğrul is Turkic? And so the Uyghurs are Turkic people, and basically China is killing Ertuğruls. Yeah. So if you love Ertuğrul so much, then, especially in Pakistan, it's a huge craze right now in Pakistan. They love Ertuğrul. Well, speak up for the Ertuğruls that are being killed every day and being raped every day.
What do you think about, Halima Sultan, right? If she was in a Chinese camp, right? Yeah. Well, she'd be gang raped, right? Just like our sisters are being killed right now. So, at the end of the day, if you want to maintain this line that, yeah, we're Muslims, we love Ertuğrul, which is fair and good and well, and I'm a big fan myself, then let's wake up and smell the coffee. Ertuğruls are being killed and Halima Sultans are being raped, right? And all of this is happening. And Osmans, future leaders, they're not being raised by Ertuğrul and Halima Sultan. They're being forced into orphanages where they don't even see their parents, and God knows what those teachers are doing to them as well. So at the end of the day, Allah says in Surah Tawbah, take action and Allah will see your action. Yeah, this ummah is not an ummah of words. Yeah, a part of the belief in Islam is your belief is not complete without actions. Right? Actions are part of belief. They're both linked. So if you really, truly care about this issue, I ask you from the bottom of my heart, make sure you share this video. Make sure you follow Arsalan Hadayat. Make sure that you get this message out there, because at the end of the day, one click that you do, it may be one small thing that allows you to go to Jannah. Why? Because that could be the tipping point in which because I'm telling you, they're panicking right now. They're actually panicking. One of my plans is, once the lockdown's over, to go and, through the other organizations here, go do some protests, right? Outside the Chinese embassy. There's so many things we can do. Wherever you are in the world, start something, do something. And at the end of the day, this problem is not going to go away, and it's going to happen to us. If we don't help them, then how do we expect them to help us when we're in the same situation? This was an independent country. I want everybody to recognize that. They're an independent country, and today this is what's happening to them in their own homeland. You're comfortable right now, wherever you are in the world. How do you know this won't happen to you or your children? You have no guarantee. So you literally just have to take action, and you have to understand this is a matter of urgency. This isn't something that we can sit around and hopefully Imam Mahdi is going to come and do something. No, this isn't Imam Mahdi's job. This is our job right now. Imam Mahdi, Allah sends when He sends. Allah has taught us to do everything we can, and then Allah sends His support. So we're not going to wait for somebody. We're going to do everything possible, and Allah will send His help. Jazakallah khair for everybody joining in. And Arsalan Hidayat, thank you so much for joining me again on this, and I really do appreciate your time. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Wa alaikum assalam wa